Like any amazing story, Benihana begins in a Tokyo coffee shop owned by the son of a samurai warrior. Soon after the war, Yunosuke Aoki and his wife Katsu made the decision to operate a coffee business. He took specific actions to stand out from the neighborhood's other coffee shops. He would ride his bicycle nearly 20 kilometers just to buy real sugar. Son of Yunosuke, Hiroaki Aoki, better known as Rocky in the United States, was born in Tokyo, Japan, and began wrestling in college. He was good enough to compete in the Summer Olympics in 1960, but he did not attend. He did, however, win the U.S. flyweight title 3 times in 1962, 63, and 1964. Aoki worked 7 days a week as an ice cream truck driver in Harlem while studying restaurant management. He got really famous for including paper umbrellas in each ice cream cone. He built his first restaurant with $10,000 that he saved from driving truck. Believe it or not, money that was given to him by his father from the coffee shop back in Japan. Rocky took out a loan with the startup money and used it to buy the first teppanyaki restaurant in the United States on West 56th Street. Benihana was officially opened in 1964 and was named after his parents' coffee shop in Tokyo. It was decorated like a traditional Japanese farmhouse, and the food was cooked right in front of the customer on steel teppanyaki grills. Interestingly, Aoki's father shipped the 150-year-old Japanese barn to New York in pieces. They rebuilt it, and then that's what got transformed into the restaurant's interior. Customers, they were simply amazed at how trained and skilled and entertaining the teppanyaki chefs were with their knives on that big flat hot griddle, not to mention all the tasty food. But Benihana didn't really take off at all until well-known food critic Clementine Paddleford raved about it. Once that happened, the restaurant wound up paying for itself in just 6 months. You'll find it interesting to know that while Benihana introduced the teppanyaki style restaurant concept, also known as hibachi, it actually originated in Japan in the late 1940s, and then it was brought to the U.S. and then the world through one man's vision. Prior to Benihana, it was unusual for patrons in most countries to sit around a large metal griddle and watch a talented and friendly chef prepare their dish right in front of them. It took approximately a year for the restaurant, which only had 4 tables, to become so extremely popular, they had to expand. And among the earliest customers, believe it or not, were the Beatles, Sean Connery, Lawrence Welk, and Muhammad Ali, as well as many others. Soon after, Rocky opened another Benihana in New York and a third in Chicago. And by 1972, the United States had 6 Benihana restaurants, and more were opening every day. When your chef prepares the special fried rice for your meal, it might seem like you're simply adding some butter to that and making it happen, but believe it or not, many people feel that the key to success there is actually garlic butter. Give that a shot one of these times. Hiroaki Aoki began racing powerboats in the 1970s. He won 5 offshore races in the United States and officially started the Benihana Grand Prix before retiring from the sport due to 2 potentially fatal injuries. In the 1980s, he became a balloonist. He set a record by flying over the Pacific Ocean from Japan to California. He intended to fly around the world, but a storm compelled him to return home. He also won the first 1,300-mile Milan to Moscow road rally race in a classic Rolls-Royce in 1987. He won 4 World Backgammon Championships, was an environmentalist, and a philanthropist. And believe it or not, he wrote 13 business motivational books before passing away at the age of 69 years old in 2008. His legacy lives on, though. He's survived by his children, Devon, Steve, Kana, Grace, Echo, Jennifer, Kevin, and Kyle. His son, Steve Aoki, is one of the world's most well-known and talented EDM and electric house performers and producers. His beautiful daughter, Devon, is an internationally acclaimed actress and fashion model. And his son and restaurateur, Kevin, is the CEO of Aoki Group Restaurant Management and founder of Toraku Sushi. These are interesting things with JC.